Welcome to Divyankura, the Knowledge Bureau. In today's video, we will discuss about short questions of MEG-4 asked in December 2023 term end exam of IGNOU. Question 1. Write short notes on any two of the following. A. Saussure's concept of linguistic sign. Marks 10. Answer. Ferdinand de Saussure was a Swiss linguist, semiotician, and philosopher. His ideas laid a foundation for many significant developments in both linguistics and semiotics in the 20th century. He is widely considered one of the founders of 20th century linguistics. His influential work, Course in General Linguistics, was published posthumously in 1916 by former student Charles Bailly and Albert Sechehaye, which is based on notes taken from Saussure's lectures in Geneva. In this book, Saussure's concept of linguistic sign is described. Next point, what is linguistic sign? Ferdinand de Saussure's concept of a linguistic sign is that it's a combination of a sound pattern. A linguistic sign is made of two elements, the signifier, signal or the sound pattern, and the signified, signification or concepts. There is no natural or intrinsic relationship between the signifier and the signified. The linguistic sign is auditory and only has one linear dimension of time. Next, signifier. Saussure defined the physical form of the sign as the signifier, whether it was written or spoken language. It is the sound pattern which can be the chain of sounds when speaking a word or the chain of letters when writing it. Next, signified. This shapes and sounds then signified certain mental concepts to the audience. One can say that signified is the concept which is the figurative idea that people associated with a word. Example, when we write or say the word tree, one immediately visualizes a tree with its long roots, branches and leaves. For your reference, a picture is given here. Next para. The same basic process can be applied to any word. If one hears the word stop, they know immediately that someone is trying to get their attention. When the signifier pull is written on a door, one knows to reach for the handle. Next para. Saussure believed that the value of a linguistic sign comes from its relationship with other linguistic signs in its environment, not from the signifier or signified alone. He also believed that the sound pattern is not the actual sound, but rather the psychological impression of that sound. Next para. Saussure's model of the linguistic sign is often compared to a sheet of paper with two sides that are inseparably connected. Similarly, the content and expression of a linguistic sign cannot be separated. Next point, principles of linguistic signs. There are majorly two principles of linguistic signs. They are discussed below. Para change 1. The linguistic sign is arbitrary. According to Ferdinand de Saussure, the connection between the sign and the signifier has no intentional connection. It is completely arbitrary or random. For example, there is no internal relation between the concept of the fruit apple and its signifier or the sound pattern APPLE. 2. The signifier of the auditory sign is linear in character. In all the written words and signs in books, texts, emails, music sheets, posters, etc., there is a linguistic signifier. The linguistic signifier is always linear, as it depends on one's sense of hearing. Auditory signifiers have only one dimension, that is, linearity of time. According to Saussure, auditory linguistic sign occupies a specific temporal space, and this space is measured in the singular dimension of a line. Last point, critics' opinion. Roy Harris, one of his translators, summarized Saussure's contribution to linguistics and the study of the whole range of human sciences. It is particularly marked in linguistics, philosophy, psychoanalysis, psychology, sociology, and anthropology. After reviewing the Course de Linguistique Generale, Leonard Bloomfield stated that he has given us the theoretical basis of a science of human speech.